Okay, so I'm getting this very, look at this, the way this page is looking at this coin. It's like I'm in love with this coin. So there's love here. There's a love connection here. There's also a lot of childlike energy here as well, because the pages are, teenagers or children. Now, I can't quite see whether you're actually still with this person, this love connection. It feels a little bit, maybe a little bit backwards and forwards. It's more like lots of chances. It's like, oh, I've given them all these chances. That's kind of what it feels like. They might have even tipped you over the edge a few times. Lots and lots of chances. But you came back again. That's what I'm seeing. I'm getting this. Oh, I'm surrounded by children. I'm surrounded by childishness. So I think that might be what you're feeling like. It might be that you work with children, or maybe you have children of your own. And I think, with this person, this love connection, if they were childish as well, it was kind of like, oh, well, they're adding to the burden. I'm surrounded by these kind of childish people or childlike people. And now, this person's like that as well. And it's driving me crazy. It's kind of like, I've got enough to take care of without this person as well. And I think deep down you wanted someone to take care of you. Not that you wanted someone to do everything for you. It wasn't like that. But it's kind of like you're automatically in a caring role. It's like you see yourself as a kind of a carer. You might do that as your job. You might be a nurse or some other kind of carer, doctor, I don't know, teacher. I think a lot of people look up to you. A lot of people want help from you. And I don't want this to be negative, but it feels like a lot of people expect things from you, but not that many people want to do things for you. So I actually think you might have distanced yourself from a lot of these people, actually, because I think you're a lot freer now than you used to be, without having all these people around you. But it's like, at the end of the day, when you close the door on the world, you want to spend time with someone who's with you, who helps you, and someone who helps to take your problems away, not bring them to you, and someone who takes the burden away, not bring you more burden. So I think that's how you were feeling. It was very frustrating. I'm not seeing a horrible person here, but there's definitely a lot of there's definitely some thoughtlessness, selfishness, childlike behaviour, childlike thinking. That's what I'm getting. Now, I don't know if you're still with this person. It actually doesn't feel totally over. It doesn't feel totally over. It feels like something's still going on between you. I don't know what it is. It might be love, might be just some other kind of communication. It's something. So, it might just be that you're still going through these ups and downs with them or something. Now, I think you have spoken to them a lot of times about, the problems that you have. Many times, actually. Now, okay, so I'm seeing this lots and lots of little issues, and there's one main one. And so I think you're having a conversation, or you're going to have a conversation that's coming up, and you're going to kind of have to approach this in a different way. Because I think you've tried to approach something with them a lot of times and you didn't really get anywhere. So I think at this time you're kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to approach them in a different way. I'm not sure where you are with this, because I keep on... Yeah, it feels like it's in the past, but it feels like it could be now. And maybe that's because there's a backwards and forwards, so I can't quite see where you are with this. But it's a different approach. You're thinking about this different approach. So that's what I'm seeing in that. So either you've spoken to them or you're still thinking about that. I'm not sure where you are. Okay. The next card you have for your past is the Two of Swords. So, this can be about decisions, very, very difficult decisions, not knowing what to do. Again, I can't see whether you're still with this person or not. There's still some backwards and forwards in some form going on, I think. Because I'm getting this I'm right kind of thing going on as well. So it's like, both very stubborn. So I think there's this one big issue. and you're always stuck on this big issue. Because if you look at this card, this woman's holding these two swords. One's right over one side, the other one's over the other side. And you're kind of split apart on this issue, like these swords. I don't want to be defeatist, but I'm really not seeing you coming together on this. And they're stubborn. They're very stubborn. But I have to say, I think you are as well. They're not going to move on this. This woman's forming a cross in front of her heart. So they're very closed off to this issue. I don't know whether you want to stay with this person or whether you want to resolve things with them or what you want to do, but whatever happens, I'm not seeing them changing their mind. I have to say that. I'm not seeing them changing their mind. So these swords look really heavy as well. This woman's holding them up, and she can't hold them up like this forever. So if this is about you, I think you're just going to have to leave this issue, drop your swords, leave the issue, and kind of try and move forward in some way, whether that's with them and just putting up with something, or whether you kind of move on. But maybe that's not what you want to hear, but that's what I'm seeing. I have to tell you, lots of stubbornness. They're not moving on that. That's what I'm seeing in this card. Okay, so the last card you pass the 8 of Cups. Yes. Okay, so obviously this is about walking away. I don't know. The thing is, I know this is in the past, but I'm finding myself using the present tense all the time. So it feels immediate to me. It feels like it's happening now. So again, I don't know whether you've done this, been through this, had this conversation or whatever, or whether you haven't quite done this yet. It's very mixed to me in the tenses. I don't know where it is, but what I can say is this walking away, it can be about walking away from them, or it can be about walking away from the issue. There's this kind of roundabout with this issue, and it just feels like you'd never come to a conclusion. You give up, they give up, you walk away, you come back again, then you argue about this thing, the same pattern happens again. And when I look at this card, it looks as if this man's walking away, obviously, and he's walking around this hill, and then he's turning back around and coming back around again. That's kind of how it looks to me sometimes. So I think the issue that you can't agree on, that's absolutely not changing. That's staying the same. It's quite infuriating for both of you, actually. But, I think you just keep on coming back together. It's like, despite this big issue that you have, you're drawn to each other. You really are. That's what I'm seeing. Very difficult to kind of fix something like that. So the first card you have your presence, the 5 of Cups. Yeah. Again, I keep on seeing this situation again. You walk away, you end up feeling a bit like this poor man in this 5 of Cups. You both do, actually. And, you want to walk away, but then you leave this bridge opened, like the bridge on this card, and you're drawn together. You keep on walking back over this bridge toward this person. They do as well. You're really either going to, get over this, whatever this difference is, one of you or both of you, or either of you, I should say, or, what I'm trying to say is, I know this is really difficult. I'm just getting really, this is really difficult to articulate. So you're either going to have to stay together and one of you is going to kind of give in to the other one, or you're going to have to walk away, because they're not going to change their position. You're not going to change your position either. That's what I'm seeing. But you're really, really struggling to walk away, the two of you, because you both love each other, and that's why this bridge is here, because you keep on coming back over this bridge. Okay, so I hope that makes better sense than the way I was trying to explain it before. Okay, so I'm just getting this a little bit of a warning here as well. Just be a bit careful of changing your position for this person if it's on this big issue. I know give and take is really important, but whatever this is, it's a big, important thing. It's not a small thing. It's not about forgetting to pick up your clothes or something. This is a really big issue, very big for both of you. And you both truly believe you're in the right. And it's not just I'm right for the sake of it. It's like, I know that I'm right because if I change my position on this, it's going to be the wrong thing for us. It's going to be a disaster. You both think if you do what the other one wants, it's going to be terrible for the two of you. That's what I'm seeing. It's a big thing. You're not just stubborn for the sake of it. They're not just stubborn for the sake of it. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm getting this really clear message. Don't change for the sake of a relationship. I think you'll start to feel quite resentful if you do that. But, I wish I could tell you what the answer is. It just feels like that old saying, can't live with them, can't live without them. Okay, I'm just seeing this as well. I don't know if this applies to you, but if this issue is about moving, if someone wants you to move away to be with them, especially if it's far away, just be careful around that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying go into it slowly, maybe visit, stay there for a while if you can, because I keep on seeing resentment that might happen in the future. And there's this feeling of being made to compromise. So don't rush into anything like that. If someone's asking you to move away with them or travel with them, and live somewhere permanently or something like that, whatever it is, be very, very careful about making that decision. So that's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit stumbling on this. I'm trying to explain this. All right, so, I think apart from this issue that keeps going around and around with this person, when it comes to other areas of your life, you're extremely focused. You're determined, you want to live your life in a certain way, you have goals, you're moving toward those goals, and I think I'm also seeing cutting some people out. And I think you might have cut some people out or removed yourself from those people to help you to move forward. I'm seeing an incident here, and I think this really brought this home to you, that you had to cut these people out to be able to move forward. And yeah, this is an incident that really separated the people who say they're there for you from, the people who are truly there for you. Really separated those two groups for you. There's one specific person, and it feels like it feels like they wanted to control you, but they were hiding that under behind advice or something like that. I don't think you asked for this advice. It just feels as if they pushed this on to you, and other people were there as well, around this as well. And I think when you said no to them, obviously they weren't happy with that, but and they caused all kinds of problems, and there was lots of drama. But I think now you're moving ahead with what you want to do. You know exactly where you want to go. These wands look a bit like arrows, kind of shooting in one direction. So you know where you want to go. You have a pinpoint focus of what you want to do. You've got these specific goals you're aiming for. And the other thing about this card is there are no people here. So there are no people in your way, no people bothering you. And, you're quietly determined anyway, usually, to get what you want. But this really feels like a really determined cutting off here. And I think whoever this is, they know what they've done. They know you're not happy with them, and they know you've cut them off. Because I think in the past you've kind of distanced yourself from people who you're unhappy with. But with this person, you've cut them off. They know that, you know that. It's quite clean cut. So the last card you have your presence, the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, I think a lot of your fortunes are starting to kind of go really well for you, turn in the right direction, like this big wheel. And yeah, this is showing me that you were right. You did the right thing to cut these people off. Because it feels like you were really carrying this kind of heavy load around with you with these people. People who could tell you, who thought they could tell you what to do, and I think just dealing with these people and having to defend yourself against them, and even just having to be around them, it just felt like a big weight was on top of you. I'm really feeling this weight. It feels really, it's this heavy feeling. It feels like a heavy feeling in your stomach. And I think it's like, oh, I have to see this person again. Oh, I have to deal with this person again. I feel so heavy. And if you feel heavy, you can't move forward. If you're heavy, you can't travel. With that inside you. If you're catching a plane, they restrict the amount of weight you can carry so that the plane can fly. And yeah, I think now you can fly. Now that you don't have that weight around you, you're flying like these arrows, like these wands in the Eight of Wands. Yeah, speaking of planes, I'm actually seeing some travel that might be ahead of you, but it feels quite independent. So you might be traveling on your own, maybe to see someone. And yeah, this is funny as well. I'm seeing something else here. You're clearing things out, or clearing things out of cupboards, cleaning things out of drawers and rooms, and I think that's helping you to fly. As well, to fly high, to do what you need to do. It's like this clearing away, getting away with the old, getting rid of the old energy, so that you can be lighter. So, I actually think it's kind of like preparing for next year, I think, because I think the next year that's ahead of you, 2020, it's going to be a really special year for you. And I think you're really going to show people what you can do next year. Okay, I'm just getting this as well out of nowhere. Making things, constructive things, constructing things. So you might be doing something around that. I don't know if it's a business. I don't know if it's something you're going to be working on. Constructing, building, or making. It's something like that. And you're going to have the freedom to be able to do that thing that you want to do. You didn't have that before. Now you've dropped these people. You're going to be able to do this thing. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes some kind of sense to you. Okay, so the first card you have, your futures, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so just looking down at this row, these three cards, they kind of go together. So I'm going to talk about them at the same time, all three of them. So, okay, so this is a really interesting sequence with these three cards. Okay, so I think this is about perception, the perception you have of someone and the perception that they have of you. I think this might have something to do with this love connection and this big issue, this big problem that you have between you, and you can't quite solve this problem. I'm getting this feeling that one of you worries a lot more about money than the other one. And one of you is probably a bit more careful with money, and maybe one of you carries more of a money burden around with you than the other one. It might even be that one of you earns significantly more than the other person, because you've got the Two of Pentacles, and that can be about a money imbalance between two people. Now, because I was seeing a bit of childishness coming from them, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will anyway. Virgos are usually quite well organised when it comes to money and other things in their lives as well. So I think it might actually be them that's a little bit more irresponsible with money. And it might be that the issue is actually about money, or it might just be that you're worried about the financial implications of doing something or going somewhere. They want to do something, you want to do something, they think your idea is terrible, you think theirs is terrible. I keep on seeing moving around this as well. I'm seeing that again here for some reason. It's a little bit like you're worried that you're going to end up like these poor people in the Five of Pentacles. And, you have the burden of all the juggling here, juggling the finances, like the Two of Pentacles. But they're more laid back, and just kind of hopeful, a bit kind of happy-go-lucky, if that makes sense. When it comes to money, it's like, oh, I'm just laid back. I'm just kind of watching it all happen. Like the Seven of Pentacles, he's just standing there watching what's happening, and it's like, oh, we can just sit back and watch the money grow. It's just going to grow, and we'll just sit back and watch it grow. I can see why this is frustrating if this resonates, because you can't just sit back and watch money grow. It doesn't happen like that. But when I look at the Seven of Pentacles in this reading, again, when I'm looking at this, it's just making me think of, that saying, money doesn't grow on trees. Maybe that's what they think. But so yeah, there's a big difference between the two of you, and the way you see money, and I think you also have other people depending on you as well. I've seen dependence in the Page of Pentacles, so that kind of makes you a lot more responsible as well, if that resonates with you. So yeah, I think if this is you, I'd really love to be able to advise you on what to do about this, but it's very difficult. You've got the practicalities on one side, with money, and emotions, how you feel about them on the other side. And you do have a lot of feelings for them. They do you too, because you keep on coming back together. In the middle of all this, you've got these two very, very different attitudes toward money, and you've got this big issue in between you as well that you won't budge on, and they won't budge on. So the only thing I can think of, for now at least, is keep your finances separate if you can. And again, if this is about going away or moving to somewhere far away with them, I keep on seeing that for some reason. Definitely test things out first. Don't commit to anything that's, going to make you feel resentful, or, anything that's going to send you back into that cycle of going around and around again. Okay, so I know this is really specific as well, and I wish there was a cleaner ending, but this is what I'm seeing.